Hello.
There we go.
Hello.
You were speaking.
Hello.
You were speaking about Youngie having a tan. I told Mike my favourite thing from yesterday. This guy has clearly been to Menorca or somewhere like that, and is David Dickinson levels of teak. And his mate has clearly. We're all sat down, and it's a bit quiet. And his mate sees him as he's walking past. Fucking hell! You got to get off those tanning beds, mate.
I've got a.
It's one of those jokes where 100 people around you laugh and then look at you, and you've just got to take it.
I've got an embarrassing question. Is Menorca the same as Mallorca? Is that the same place?
They're different places. Yeah, absolutely. That could, and to be fair as well, he could have said much worse. So that is good that he went for the sunbed route. That's good for him. Good for it.
Yes, absolutely. Evening, everybody. Glad to see you. Yeah, I'm back. So me and Mike are tag teaming. Basically, there's only one of us allowed past Watford Gap at any one moment.
The keys for London off you, aren't I?
The keys for London. No, I've got. Yeah, that is a reference and a half.
The Legion of Doom are coming. Hawks tagging out to Animal, and Animal's coming down.
Yeah, so
that's Mike McMahon's music.
I'll just play Shane McMahon's.
Yeah.
Right, that's Vince. I'm not going to play his.
Yeah, don't play Vince now. Damn it! Yeah, don't play Vince.
I'm not into the wrestling world. I apologise. So I have no idea. I just do it by memes.
Well, I'm sitting with Youngie on Saturday, aren't I, mate?
We are, yeah, absolutely, and just saying Jack Spring as well as with us. So we've got a little bit of a mini podcast section going on in the Finders on Saturday.
Basically, Jack's in front of me. I'm not going to see a thing.
Section.
Yeah, well, he's right on the bottom. To be fair,
he is. He's late. Where's the fine? Look at him sat there with a smug look on his face. Look at him.
That's a great
laughing now. Look at him go.
Right. I think that's a great idea if we have a podcast fine thing like football teams do. So if you're late to the record, so I think we need to be here 5 minutes before.
Yeah.
If you're not, that's what a fine. But then it's a greater fine. Oh my God, Sam, people can hear you drinking. Just mute.
We should have done a reveal. Hang on. Here we go. Right, now nobody pretend that you've seen who it was. Now, who do you think is the fourth member, and who do you think is late?
Usually Bruce.
Do you think it's Sam?
It's usually Bruce.
No, Ollie. He's taking his Liverpool shirt off because he lost.
And there's town shirt underneath.
I was only putting you back on to do a reveal, Sam.
Palace on. Underneath. We can always go into the mass conspiracies of Liverpool once again getting favourable refereeing decisions, but we don't need to because they lost, because they're losers. But Sam is here. No, just get him in. He's late. So you need, if you're not here 5 minutes before, you get, I don't know what the pint of the fine is. The pint, yeah, it's a pint. And then the next one, if you're late past 8 o'clock, that's a bigger fine. That's like 20 quid in a kitty.
Do you need it at the other end as well, for like if people leave the pod early?
Yeah, no, that's no problem. I've got no. It's somebody's bugbear about, and I said about it yesterday, and that those people learnt a lesson, didn't they? Don't leave the game early. I don't understand why the ire is for them, but it isn't for the people who come in late as well. Like, tardiness is not acceptable.
I've always had a theory on this. I don't think I've ever left early, unless I don't think I have, because I'm of the theory if it's sufficiently bad that you would leave early, I would just rather stand there with a disapproving look on my face.
Oh yeah, and I'm very much up for booing. Like, you paid your ticket, and if Paul Linwood is there and they're all going down to the Laceby Arms in half an hour, I think you have every right to boo them, because I do not buy into the idea that football players consistently play and work their hardest at times, and I think we've had enough evidence of that over the years to suggest that might be true. Oh my!
Sorry, Sam.
There's surely one occasion, Mike, when you wish you'd left early. That was at Swindon last season, when you got a bollocking from Alex for not being negative enough.
Yeah, it's when the third went in, and it was like, "See, Mike, see." I'm like, "What?"
I was right. And Jack, I wonder if those stickers are still there because no one is reaching Jack's height to get the bullshitter stickers of Holloway off the top. What were you going to say?
What do you think as a footballer is worse? What do you think as footballer is worse, booing or like apathy? So like, what do you when say we've and whistle goes at Swindon, we've lost 3-1 or whatever it is. What do you think is worse, going over to the away section getting loads of shit, or going over to the away section and just either no one's there or it's just a lot of shaking their heads and skin a lot?
It's like your mum and dad, isn't it? You would rather they were mad than they were just disappointed.
It's like I'm not even angry anymore. I'm so used to it. It's like the I always think that when a misplaced pass is made and the groan, I think that negatively affects players more than booing, because at least if you boo them at full time, it's done and you've got a week. If you groan at them making a misplaced pass, they go, right, well, I'm not doing that again.
But the thing is, with the groan, it's so instinctive. I think, especially as a town supporter over the years, like the instinct straight away is just go, like. But then when 6,000 people do it, it makes quite a collective noise. That's half the problem. It's like, oh, and then everyone does it. Like, oh, sorry.
When you boo, it's like we expect better. But when you've just got apathy, you're like, you've done your best, lads. You've got battered 4-0 at Halifax. We expect that, This is all that could be expected, and that's got to hurt more than you could do better. You're shit.
This is proper Grimsby. We are fourth, scored 6 goals in 2 games, and we're talking about booing and groans. Do you think Tacklebury says maybe we should all just do a collective disapproving tut, which is a great idea? Just sounds like loads of clicking.
Do you remember that Pakistan cricket fan who just stood there with his hands on his hips?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, that's what we should all everybody just stand there with their hands on their hips.
I'm so disappointed in you. I mean, sometimes when it got to that point and things were really hitting the fan proverbially, it was the idea of like, let's turn our backs on them. That's how it should be. So I don't really think they care. But why are we talking about this? We saw almost everybody there. It was a little pod outing. I'm slightly disappointed that Anne didn't take a picture of me because she took a picture of everybody else in the podcast. And seemed to follow Jack and his family around quite closely.
Yeah. You can't miss him though, can you? That's the thing.
As you said, he's a social lighthouse.
Yes.
I was looking for them. I was like, I couldn't find them because I sat with my old man. And I was like, I'll just look for Jack.
If in doubt, look. I was saying with Dan Mazdam as well. He's the same. I went to a gig in Hull a couple of months ago. Went to see the Wombats, and I took my niece with me. And I looked up. I went, just this tower in the crowd. I went, that's Dan Mazdam over there. And she looks. She went, yes, it is. Just head that way. And there you go. So he's the same. Plus, he's got a mullet. You can't miss that.
It is a beautiful mullet. Am I a bit bitty and a bit laggy, or is it just on me? Okay.
No, you were a minute ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
You've been hanging out too much with Sam. Sam.
Yeah, probably. It's in the same room. That's what it is.
There's no way you're at your house, Sam, if your internet's working.
No, I used the close season to make improvements to my Wi-Fi system. I rang up Virgin and got them to sort it out for me.
There we go. The camera looks less impressive now, but it'll do.
You look better actually. You're not moving like a 1930s film anymore.
I don't mind that. Let's bring a bit retro back. And thank you everybody who came in with all the myths and laws of Grimsby. We'll read out a few of them later because they were crackers. I basically just wanted to know whether or not the old wives' tale that Scaffer Baths was built 2 centimeters too small so it could no longer be used was real or not. That's
not the truth. What happened is you were stuck in traffic and you were bored. So you had an idea, rang me and said, Mike, put this out there. And then you wanted to be entertained with the replies.
As I regularly talk about in the WhatsApp group, I drive far too much apparently. And the amount of times I'm listening to a banger and this WhatsApp group is going off. And all it is just Richard Young says, it's like, no, I'm halfway through Les Mis. I was listening to my latest Taylor Swift song.
Do you hear the people what? What did they do? I've never got to the end of it.
It's a very middle class revolution there. I can imagine the people of Farnham singing that, or the people of Caister. Just we are so annoyed at the Caister grammar children parking wherever they wish to. Mark Worrell says Chapman's Pond is bottomless. I think it is. I also got a very joyous moment today on the North Wall where a kid got their first ever fish, and their dad was helping reel it in. It was good. It was lovely. I really like that.
So how was your week back home then? How was your week back up in sunny Cleethorpes, Alex?
It's busy. My mum lives not too far now from the ground, which is lovely, which was very nice. We went to the Lincolnshire Wold Railway, which is well worth a trip if anybody wants to go. It's not a long train journey, but it was very pretty. And they want to get they've bought all the land down to Louth, so they want to get from Tetney down to Louth as a thing. So put your hand in your pocket and give them a £5, and they might get there sooner or later, quicker than a direct line to Cleethorpes to London, which has been on the cards for at least 15 years.
That's been announced now, but that is actually now going to happen.
Just the same as Corporation Bridge is getting fixed.
That's it. There's been an announcement. That means nothing is going to stop. We've never seen anything be announced and not happen.
Well, not for this when this government says they're going to do something, that definitely means they'll do it, doesn't it? So
do not start. You are on shaky ground. When in a glass house, don't start throwing stones.
No, it'll take ages for the council to get it fixed. They'll sack the original glazers and just wait for another one.
Have a word with your mate Jenkins.
Who's Jenkins? Oh,
my mate.
Sam needs a new
From
microphone.
your parish.
Yeah, it's all your people, Sam. You got to be careful here. You can't burn bridges on this podcast. We are absolutely happy to help you make sure, because I think Grimsby needs to be a pork barrel area who just sleazily flirt with every party to just get things. This time we've got Suggett's Lane train bridge, which is the biggest thing in the world, which could probably replace Corporation Road Bridge. And next time, I don't know what can we get out of Farage? I don't know. Maybe we'll get that pineapple tree. Maybe not. He'd probably put an English oak in instead, but far too far. We're not having that foreign muck on your seafront. Seems to be low energy. I don't know. Is it everyone's too content?
Well, look at Youngie. He spent 3 days in the bloody sun.
Bruce is still there.
Bruce is still there. Very nice. That logic Bruce has got.
You got to learn something from that, Mike.
What's that?
Has anyone? While we go to the theme tune, if you still have any names for Mike's caravan that we can rename it, we would
Doug
really
Shack.
like.
Sorry, Doug Shack's happening, mate. As soon as it came out, that's got to be Doug Shack.
And now the shipping forecast issued by the Met Office on behalf of the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency at 1130. Go! At 1130.
I don't think I've ever wanted to be on a stand more than my life around there. They're going crazy. Hey, they got penalty here. There'll be fish flying about there. There's no tomorrow.
What a magnificent piece of football! A really, really good goal. You can't mention credit for that.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the DN35 podcast. There is 200 of you already kicking off because we've started to whore ourselves out back to the Musketeer. And so lots of you are on there. Welcome back. Catch us on YouTube usually or Facebook, but do download it because that's where we make our money and we want to buy a jet ski. We've had 40 quid for the last few months. So there we go. We can put that to something. Mike, is there any new name plaque for the Doug Shack? Is that what it is?
I mean, if you want to continue to humiliate me and take the piss out of me, you could just buy a sign.
What's those big, a couple of nipple clamps or something like that for the?
I've got those. Don't worry.
You know, like how caravans have, like board games and stuff, just in case it's wet and miserable weather. I assume you've then also got another compartment for other things as well.
Yeah,
just to keep people
before 9 o'clock.
Oh no, it's fine. There's no problem. We're on YouTube. We're not bowed by authorities.
Game was good,
your
wasn't
what? Yeah, game was good. Do you know what? Get right spank. We thought we were getting a right spanking beforehand, but it's interesting to read everybody 3-3. If you haven't noticed, absolute barnstormer, and I was really impressed with Town in the first half in terms of Harrogate offered a different level of competition. I think we're kind of aware now of how Crawley are. They got battered as well again this weekend. So maybe against a tougher opponent like Harrogate, a team that we've always struggled against, they are the final level boss, I think, of non-league, where you know exactly what you're going to get. They've got a system. They've got the players. They're hardworking. They're dedicated. They're going to hit you on set pieces. They're going to be tough to tackle, and we've struggled time and time again. But I think Youngie put it perfectly. There's been 10 games in the league that have divided this draw with the draw we had last season, and the feeling is completely different. I think that second half last season derailed our opportunities for promotion, and this draw feels not only like a win, but it helps create a character and a backstory for the team about never say die. And as we'll say on the podcast, we've done a live one. That sort of, they can use that now going into it. Come on, lads, we've been in worse situations than this. We've been, 5-10 minutes to go, and we pulled a draw back from 3-1 up. So we've got every opportunity here to get something out of it, and it will just help that. And 6 goals in 2 games is not half bad. Mike, you're already unmuted, so I'll go to you.
Yeah, it was a good game. I was watching from Bordeaux. I must admit, the first half, I was a little bit distracted by the fact there was no commentary, just absolute bangers being played out, a bit of meatloaf and all sorts. It's raining men. So I was a bit distracted with that. Watching Grimsby Town play football to It's Raining Men is an experience that I didn't know I needed, but I've had, and I want more of it.
You started to sound like one of the reviews from your caravan now.
I thought we played our way into it. And you've got to do that at a place like Harrogate. You've got to earn the right to play. And I thought we did that. Looking back, we had 2 golden chances. Vernon towards the penalty spot with a cutback. And when Burns went through and Green took it off him and hit the post right near half time, I think they're 2 golden chances you need to be taking. I think we started the second half terribly. We were sloppy, we were slow, we were poor, we gave the ball away too much. No reason, no idea why that is. And I think we were lucky to only be 1 behind when we were from how we started that. But we were 1 behind. You can talk about the free kick being in the wrong place, not being a free kick, but they scored. And then I think the substitutions changed the game. I think all the players that came on affected it nicely. Lovely bit of skill by Green out wide area. Walker runs over it, and Vernon scores an equaliser. And you think, there it is, go on and get ahead in the game. You're back in it. It just looked like we were still panicking. When we got back level, we looked like we were still a couple behind, and we were still trying to get back into the game instead of slowing it down and putting our foot on the ball a little bit. And you saw that with the man of the goals. Every goal we conceded was on a transition, or we'd lost the ball, and that concerned me. But did well to keep going. And as you say, the marked difference from last season, it's a flip result, 2 late goals to us, and you can tell it felt like a win. And I was saying to you earlier, Alex, that I think yesterday will do more good for them than going there and winning 2-0 comfortably, because I think so early in the season to have that proof to yourself after last season when we were going behind and not getting back into games. How many points did we take after it from a losing position? It was very small. And having that second half performance hoodoo over us, I think now early on we've had that little bit of encouragement that, you know what, we were 2 down at Harrogate, we can get back into this. And so early in the season, I think that will be absolutely key. Last thing to say on it is I'm still so impressed with Jay's caveat. He didn't really have anything to go on, no scraps or anything. He was running his heart out all game. 92nd minute, he burst a gut to get back on side, having charged the keeper down, and he got back on side. And then that turn of place to go in on the 92nd minute, his only sort of real chance, and show that composure to score a goal. He's got lots of skills that I like. He's quick, he's agile, he's got some strength, but he's got composure. And when you've got composure as a striker, you're clinical. And when you're clinical, you score goals. And how many times have we had strikers that have got attributes but just not that clinical? So hopefully, when he gets a chance, he'll be scoring for the rest of the season. So I'm in love with that man. Not in a Doug way, but I think he's a great player.
Well, here we go again. There's another one. Mike, you got to stop losing your heart to these players so quickly. It just ends in heartbreak. I agree completely. The goalkeeper for Harrogate was really on edge whenever he got the ball, because Cabby was basically charging him down each time, and the fans definitely got on his back for it. Though it must be said, hell of a save by the Harrogate keeper to keep could have won it from that save alone. We hit the post as well. I think we had a few opportunities, and when Youngie, I and the rest of the team met up at half time, I think we were all thinking we might well win it. And it's interesting to see what they take away from that little bit of time where they kind of lost themselves, and you could see a level of frustration. There was a lot of misplaced passes, a lot of sort of gestures to one another about, keep it up, get the energy levels up, whatever. And it just wasn't working for them. And there was a couple of questionable decisions at times, but I think I agree with Artel. I think he got the big ones kind of right. But it's League Two officiating. You're going to have to get used to that sort of stuff. But they made it more difficult for one another, slightly more clinical in the first half. I think we could have gone 1 or 2 up. But yeah, I was happy with it. Youngie, you were there, and what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought for first half we edged it. We certainly had the better of the chances. Obviously, Green hitting the post, and then Vernon had a really good chance. I didn't think it was such a good chance until I watched the highlights, and it was the one where he kind of cut back and he had quite a lot of space, and he kind of skied it from just inside the area. And when I look back on it, and there was another one as well where the ball flashed across the box as well. I think it was, and if there's Danny Rose there, it's probably a goal. It was a really, really good chance. One thing that was noticeable in the first half is that they were clearly targeting our right-hand side, with not having a natural fullback there, quote unquote. But we figured that out. But I think both teams came out at the beginning of the second half quite sluggish for the first 15 minutes. I turned around to Jack at one point. I went, I can't see anybody scoring here, because it just looked like nothing was really happening for that first 15 minutes. Then we were slow. You could argue it was a quick free kick, and obviously it was taken clearly not in the position that it was given in the first place. But we were a little slow to react. Now, interestingly, because we were sat near the dugout, Artel was trying to give instructions to Sweeney just as the free kick was being taken. So Sweeney was behind the play suddenly, and we looked kind of from it. And looking back on the TV, I'm not sure if Pim could have done better. But his vision certainly looked like it was impaired with the shot coming in. It looked like there was like 2 or 3 men stood in front of him. We get the equaliser with a lovely goal. And by the way, when you listen to the live podcast, I very much John Moore most of that by getting lots of names wrong, including getting players mixed up that clearly don't look like each other. So look out for that one. But it was Kieran Green did very well to get the cross in. I thought Amalusa looked great when he came on. As soon as he came on, he looked like he was making things happen. Just different to what we had already. We go 3-1 down, probably for our own fault. I'm sure we'll talk about whether or not Pim was at fault for the penalty. I thought he was sold a little bit short, personally, by his defenders. Though if you look back on the TV footage, he is hesitant. He kind of takes a step back before going forward for it. But tremendous, as you both said, tremendous heart to get back into it again. The attacking substitutions really worked, and that is something we didn't have last season. We've talked about that already. Good attacking options to come off the bench. Walker at one point was playing sweeper at number 4 and looked like he could do a job playing there as well. He was getting the ball off the keeper, forcing play forward, which was great to see. He looks class, by the way, Walker. He's a Rolls Royce of a footballer. But yeah, great comeback. I can't say any more than what's already said for Cabia. I said the only thing I will say on top of that is that to have that energy left in the 92nd minute, fair play to him. Like, the lad's clearly a fit lad. So yeah, last season it was very much a draw that felt like a loss. This season it's a draw that feels like a small win.
Yeah, I can't agree more. Sam, go on then. What did you think of it from where you were?
I had a slightly kind of going back to the first goal. I was told by a couple of people, not that basically what one of the only issues was is in the build up to the first goal, Farm is distracted by Artell clearly giving him a bollocking for something in the build up, and it's fair to say, I mean, we couldn't actually see because there was terrible camera work for us in Bordeaux. It was but I could work out that the ball was certainly sort of in Farm's area. That's not to kind of blame him for that. I mean, I thought Farm had a poor game yesterday generally, but I wouldn't necessarily say he was kind of totally blamed for that one. I mean, I sort of I agree with practically everything everybody said. I mean, the one slight kind of note of caution is that we conceded one and we conceded another one very quickly again. That's something that happened a bit last season that we definitely need to cut out because we're not going to come from 2 goals behind in the 84th minute every week. Although you're absolutely right in saying the positives, you definitely take a point having been 2 goals behind in the 84th minute, but it would be great to not be in that position in the first place. What else do I think? I say about Cabia. Everybody seems to be raving about him. I thought he was very good again yesterday. What else would I think? I quite like Lucas Sweeney. I've not seen. He was an attacking threat in a bizarre sort of way, sort of marauding inside. But the right hand side of defence generally, I think, is an issue. I mean, Harvey Rogers scores a brilliant goal yesterday, but that's kind of not really what he's in the team to do. And Youngie was absolutely right. They basically had to go at our right hand side as I would have done. Farm, although he's kind of a very good sort of head it, kick it, shirt pull type defender. He's not great at sort of bringing the ball out or popping the ball into midfield. So if you were looking to try and strengthen the squad before the close of the window, you definitely want a right back or a right centre half. I think, but overall, I think it's positive that we're on 4 points after 2 games. And another thing I thought Vernon was very poor yesterday. I know he scored, but somehow still managed to be a net negative. He gives the ball away for their third. He blasts that great chance over the bar. I'm not sure he completed a pass in the first half. But we're still getting a point, even despite that. Which can only be a positive thing because it looked like when it was 3-1, it could end up 5-1, didn't it? And it didn't.
Well, there we go. And do you know what Sam has missed from his scathing review of players' performance? Did you enjoy anybody's performance, Sam?
Cabia, I thought he looked excellent, but everyone has already been over Cabia already. And I like Luca Walker when he came on. He clearly knows the game.
But one thing Sam didn't mention is he's already on the back of goalkeepers. So
are we bringing that into here, are we?
Well, look, that's your comment. That's your hot take. Again, you think goalkeepers don't make saves. I thought Pym was fine. I thought he commanded his area pretty well. Came for some things that I wouldn't have seen others in the past. Wright and Eastwood, Colgan especially. Colgan would have been nowhere near it. But I think he commanded his area pretty well and took some things off the toes of people. I don't think he has. I think first goal, I think he's slightly poorly sighted. Third goal, it's in the corner. And then the second is a pen.
But that was to defend myself here. It was more an observation on the nature of modern football. I think I used the expressions. This is why Guardiola has ruined football because their keeper only made 1 save as well. Their keeper made no saves last week. It's just a feature that keepers don't make saves anymore. They become footballers.
Hang on, right? I'm interjecting here. Why am I getting dug out in the comments about Doug? I've not said a word about him.
You can't get him off your head, can you? Dug out.
Daniel Lewis says, "Sorry, Mike, Doug was shit." I'm like, I haven't said he wasn't.
You've named your bloody caravan after him. Like, there's no people are worried about upsetting you.
Because Sam, I hate to break it to you, I haven't actually done that. That was a joke. And secondly, it's got nothing to do with his footballing ability. It's because he's a beautiful man. Just his all-round aura is
you have called your caravan it. I don't know who we need to make it aware of, but I will make sure that the guys at Recognition Express will be putting that on your caravan. And if we can't find your caravan, we will just plaster it on everyone's at Thought Park. So we got one.
Hang about. He wasn't great. He wasn't terrible. I think you're selling him a bit short, Sam, by saying he should just head it and kick it. I think he's okay on the ball for a League Two centre back. But just moving on to goalkeepers, you were quite adamant yesterday that Christy Pym doesn't make saves. That's what you said.
I said on the evidence of what we've seen so far, he doesn't make saves. I also prefixed it by saying it's about his early days, and he's certainly got an opportunity to improve it. I love this comment, by the way, from Tacklebury.
I've called my fantasy football team Tharmageddon, by the way.
Mark Royal saying Mike having a meltdown, Tharmageddon.
That's what my fantasy football team is.
No, if I thought Tharm was at the top of his game, that's the problem. Not a fan, are you, mate?
It's a good job. I like Tacklebury.
Speaking of tackles, that's one of the problems from Tharm yesterday, obviously. But that aside,
is tackling a problem for Mike?
No.
Way.
I thought one thing I would want to mention about Harrogate, maybe we're moving off from the football, so apologies. I thought their stewarding was a little bit on edge yesterday. It was a bit like this is our big one. I assume they'll have other games which are pretty well supported there too, and they'll fill it. I'd imagine someone like Oldham might fill it and stuff like that. But their stewarding was a little bit on edge at times, which was good to see. There was a lad there who was very hairy, who would run in full pelt to help any other steward and would almost slip over every time. He was very dedicated to his job. But apart from everyone being a little bit tight, it was half decent. The only problem is they've got 3 separate stands for the away fans, so that sort of terrace behind the goal is where the noise was generated. But all in all, everybody stayed about, and if you didn't stay, you missed 2 cracking goals. And it was like Surrey, so I felt at home, Mike.
Yeah, what a finish. We haven't really spoke about Harvey Rogers' finish properly. What a hit.
I'd left it for Sam. I thought I won't go through every goal, and Sam will definitely be all over that because he loves the right back, doesn't he? Here he is. He's run back to the camera.
I'm not run back to the camera. That's just the speed I move at. It was a brilliant. I was sitting there watching it, going, "Oh my god, what's he doing? We're 2-1 down. This is just another sign of I was all getting ready to think this is just another sign of desperation." And he caught it beautifully, didn't he? I mean, the keeper didn't have a chance. It was buried deep into the corner, but you're thinking as Harrogate, aren't you? That's 95, 90. You're going to get away with that for the rest of the season. No, maybe Harvey Rogers were misusing him as a right fullback. Maurice were playing him as a number 10. If he got last in his locker.
Well, I don't think he can be playing right back long term. I think he's doing a job now, but I think it's clear we'll want to bring somebody in. As I said last week, maybe it tells you a little bit about Warren. Because this week you could make the point, we wanted 3 big centre halves on the pitch, but that wasn't last week. Last week we didn't need that, and we still went the same way. I must admit, just as he was shaping to hit it, I said to my wife, "Oh, I hope he doesn't hit it. Don't hit it." And he hit it. I was like, "Oh, that's all right, isn't it?" I thought.
What do I know?
Yeah, well, I thought I think Cabby was near. I thought he tried to deflect it, and it happens in slow motion. I'm like, no, leave it. And what a finish! What a finish! What I do think it is. I think Kieran Green needs suspending and docking some wages because he kicked off and he didn't shoot, and that is just. I'm sorry, there's no place for that in the game. The game's dead. The game's gone. You've got to shoot from kickoff, just for the bants. Just for the bants.
I'm really sorry. I was trying to find the booing and I can't find it. Do it again, Mike. Do it again. Throw abuse at him.
So Kieran Green, I'm sorry, the game's gone. You've got to shoot. Imagine if it went in.
Yeah. Even if it didn't, it at least made everyone very happy. But apparently, and Youngie, I must offer an apology to Harrogate by saying at half time, how much of a shithouse are you when you change hands? Apparently it was us because of the wind.
And to be fair, I didn't point out the fact as well that we'd regularly do that at Bundle Park, change ends, shoot at the pontoon first half. But Ben Bristow, this made me laugh as well. Ben Bristow's put on the chat, was amusing us singing "You're Not Singing Anymore" after our first goal. Didn't last very long. And that was literally the only time I heard any singing from the Harrogate end. Full stop. You're not singing anymore. Where you come from? Like, bloody hell.
Yeah, well, completely. We will talk about chanting again in a minute, but Mark Worrell says, and something that me and Youngie pointed out, talking about the stands, Alex, why on earth wasn't the seating behind the goal given to away fans? I don't understand it either. You could do that and then give a little bit more, because what we do get, and I'll return back to Youngie on this, is you are right behind the dugout. So what can you tell us about pitch side chat? I really should put it as a theme.
Oh,
Over to John Todger.
Thank you. It was class to watch. It was more entertainment than the game, to be honest with you. Literally from minute 3, Artel is up from the bench, straight up to the fourth official. That brings out their assistant manager. They're both agreeing that the referee's shit. On several occasions, they started laughing amongst themselves because the referee would blow, and the Harrogate bench would come up and go in. He don't even know who he's giving it for, and Artel's going, "It's fucking true." And then then what Artel does is then send Sean Pearson to the fourth official because he doesn't want to get into trouble anymore. The Sean Pearson gets up, starts having a go at the fourth official, and then the cycle continues. It was great entertainment. Simon Weaver didn't get involved so much, but the Harrogate physio and the Harrogate assistant manager were constantly at each other. And when about 5 minutes after their first goal, the one where the free kick got taken out of place, and I think we got a free kick, we tried to take it quickly, and the referee gave it no, it's over here. Artel gets up and he's like, "Well, apparently you can take the free kick wherever you fucking want." And then their assistant gets up and he starts laughing at Artel. Oh, great entertainment.
He pulled one back. Sorry, just 2 seconds. He pulled one back and just held his pencil up, saying, "You can't take it quick because I've not put my pencil away."
But what was he was also
referees doing that? That's so lower league referee.
Was he not also talking to one of our players when they took the quick free kick?
Yeah, we just talked about it.
Yeah, he'd engaged with Green. Green had come over to engage with him as the captain, and he'd done the foul, and he was sort of coming over, and the camera cuts away from it. But the way Green goes over, it's like he's been brought over, and then the ball just played. It's close to looking like moving. It's probably too close to call, but you can't be just taking a free kick from anywhere like that.
One thing I want to check on, though, is now that Dave Moore is not an active part of the bench, who is offering that sort of level of steel? And Ben Davies is not there as well. So what roles are people now taking up in the stadium and with the first team to be that more aggressive on the touchline? Who's the rising star?
Yeah, there was nobody there kind of looking that combined of bored/hard like Dave Moore would regularly look like, but yeah, there's plenty. Yeah, look at it. There was certainly plenty of noise coming from the bench. Oh yeah, and Artel had a little tete for tete with a supporter at one point as well, because you could clearly, there was a shout of Town was your second best here, which was about 5 minutes after they'd scored their first goal. And Artel but Artel and Pearson actually both looked together and was like, "Second best, what game are you watching?" Oh God, look away.
And the problem is you don't know which town they're referring to.
Going all Cantona into the stands.
Well, it wouldn't take long. Sam, sorry, I keep cutting you off and you're keen to jump in.
Definitely noticed last season, because at the main stand, my seat's right behind the dugout, that there's definitely an orchestrated thing where, I know he's not there anymore, where Artel, Pearson and Ben Davies would take it in, and Stevie Crowdson would take it in turns to go and remonstrate with the fourth official in order to make it sort of like spread it, so not one of them was the bad guy, and therefore not one who never got booked. In the end, it was always Artel who got booked, but you can't actually hear it in the main stand, but you can feel the vibes of it. And it is relentless. I mean, I dare say when whoever gets the game against, whoever's the poor bugger who gets the game against, I don't know, Colchester, because you've got Danny Cowley or you've got Bromley with Andy Woodman, that they're in for a tough afternoon with Artel and one of those two, because it is relentless from them. I don't really know what I make to it, to be honest with you. I know all the top managers do it, and they always have done. Klopp did it, Jose did it, Fergie did it, Wenger did it, Pep does it. Sort of like gaining advantage, but I don't know, I find it a bit unsightly, to be honest with you. I don't know if that's a kind of like a sort of, I've been watching too much cricket this summer and this sort of think we need to be playing in the spirit of things, but I just find it a bit, just focus, like, the players make mistakes, officials make mistakes, just focus on your own team and their things, rather than sort of remonstrating with the fourth official who can't actually have an impact on it. I don't know if I'm being ludicrous there, but that's
yeah. Sam, who works in politics, talking about dark arts, amazing.
worked.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, there we go. Last thing we'll talk about with that bit. So Aaron says fans were well behaved. I didn't hear any horrible chanting. Well, Aaron, I'm sorry to disappoint you. As some of you have already seen on our social media, the Yorkshire Ripper chant came out again. It was in the bar behind the game, behind the terrace, and then also I heard it on the stands after about 60 minutes or so. Look, to me, it's 2025. If you're singing chants about the murder of at least 13 young women, you know, one of which was 16 years old, however long ago it was, it's pretty disgusting, and it kind of puts you out as a bit of a twat, to be perfectly honest. Look, you might not know about it. It's a long time ago, but these are real people that were murdered brutally. Could have been so many more as well. A few survived, but they don't also know anybody else. The humanizing factor of it, there's so many people that have come back off what we said about how it came across, who are women who support town and have to hear that stuff about violence to women is pretty scummy. So you kind of need to really reflect on what you're doing. And I understand there's a herd mentality to stuff, but personally, it belongs in the bin. It is a chant, and I do differentiate it to things like the Yorkshire slum chants and stuff. This is about actual people with real life horrors and people who are affected with it. And I'll tell you a story in terms of how these things are associated. Some of you from the 90s might know a guy called Banger who used to follow town everywhere a long time ago. His mum was the cousin of one of the kids that was killed from Myra Hindley, and he was the one that was never found. So it's amazing how people are connected. You have no idea. So even on a personal level, I mean, you wouldn't do that at work and you wouldn't do it here. So that's my point on it. I just don't understand why people do it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, and I don't know if anybody's seen what you put out earlier, but I mean, I totally associate myself with what you put out today. I mean, it's not something you want to hear. It's not us or any of us standing on this as this moral arbiter of better than everybody else and what have you, because I'll be really honest, as an impressionable 15, 16, 17-year-old that was easily led, I've sung it and I'm a Yorkshireman. But when you grow up and you start to learn about the world and start to learn about things, I think you really have a responsibility to look at these things in the way you've described. And I'll be honest, I spoke to my grandmother who was from that neck of the woods about it when I was about 18, 19, and that opened my eyes an awful lot. She was around when that thing was going on. We're talking about 13 girls that were murdered. This is football, you know, for as much as there's rivalry and stuff, it's football. These are people who are actually murdered. And as I say, it's not about judging people, especially if you're young and you don't know about it. It was a long time ago. I understand that. But I think people that are older and should know better really need to grow up or just have a look at themselves, really. And you know, if you are seeing those young lads singing about it, they don't have a clue. Somebody just have a quiet word and just educate them a little bit. Because I'm sure in the cold light of day, if you took anybody that was singing it away on their own and asked them why they would, they'd probably not know. So yeah, I fully endorse what you said earlier, and it's, you know, yeah, times have changed. Let's move on and grow up a bit.
Yeah, I can't add any more to what really Mike has said. The thing is, though, it's an interesting news about the, you know, impressionable youth. I find that anytime I hear that chant, it comes from a certain generation, and that generation, unfortunately, isn't a youth generation. It's a generation that should know a hell of a lot better. I think that the only thing I will say on the matter is that you imagine if we went to Bradford away one day and they hear, you know, somebody in that crowd in the home end hears that chant and they had relatives that were involved in that tragedy. Just think of what an impression you're giving to our area, to this town. And we have done so much over the years to improve the impression of the area, to improve the impression of the support, and it's just stuff like that that can throw it right back 10, 20 years. So like it's completely needless. There's far more things you can say as part of banter or whatever it may be that you can use in a song. You don't have to use the murder of young women to try and make a point about the fact that you don't like people from Yorkshire. It's a scummy thing to do.
And just one really quick, sorry, just one quick. There is a lot of Yorkshire people that are Grimsby fans. I'm one. Sam's one. All right, so it's not this hatred of everybody from Yorkshire. So just remember that. And as I say, it's not being the moral arbiter. I sung it when I was young and impressionable, and I'm deeply embarrassed by it. I'm actually ashamed by it. Just grow up a bit.
It's all disappeared. It disappeared. It's only come back in the last. I've heard it, last season at Harrogate was the first time I'd heard it for years, and I've been to a lot of Yorkshire away games at Bradford, Doncaster, and all that. It was made a reappearance. Do you not? I mean, it's just bizarre, isn't it? Basically, people were. I didn't remember it, but I know people who did, and that people were scared at the time when it was happening. And it is. I just find it deeply uncomfortable that a group of mainly men, let's almost all exclusively men, singing about murdered women. I find it embarrassing from the fan base of the club. I hate it when I'm associated with it and people around me are singing it. I stand there cringing. Fortunately, I was a young age. My dad basically explained to me what it was about before I'd even 7 or 8. I think it was when I first heard it. So it makes me sort of think ashamed to be a Grimsby Town fan at that moment because it's just dreadful. Anyway, rant over.
Yeah, good stuff. And that's a man who is quite happily to be associated with Liz Truss. So imagine how bad it must be. But we'll move on from that. Thank you all so much for listening on it. Right. So Sam's raging.
I just think that comparison is incredible, but I'm not gonna buy.
Speaking of disasters from Yorkshire,
oh, that's incredible from Ben. Let us move on.
Very good. Very good.
Do you want some transfer rumours?
Go on then, right? Because I'll be honest, you haven't half been sticking this out, tracking Instagram. So, Mike, hang on. Have we still got a thing on? I don't think we've got Bilingo Watch. Bilingo Watch will do, won't it? There we go. Your mic's still shit.
Hey, I can't hear you. Yeah, so the rumour is, if you believe what you read, that Town are on the verge of announcing the signing of Jude Sunsup-Bell. Chelsea youth graduate, played in the same team as George McEachran in the England underage group World Cup winners. Was over in Spain last year for Cordoba. And has had his contract cancelled. Also widely believed we were in for him in January. So that's quite a widespread thinking by quite a few people that we're on the verge of signing him. Now, if you looking at him, I think that would be quite an interesting and potentially very positive signing. He's obviously got a great pedigree coming through the ranks with those players, with Foden and those sorts of players in the same England team. And he's a striker that can play out wide as well. And I think if you could, he's obviously fallen off a little bit like McEachran had, but if you can have the same effect on him as you have George McEachran, he's a striker, he's young, he's got a good pedigree, could be one that influences the side, but also could be one to make us a few quid in the future. A lot of things that have got to happen until then, but I would really like what that says about us if we manage to get that one over the line. Especially, it seems like Notts County were really interested, and 2 or 3 League One clubs were really interested in as well.
I was speaking to a Chelsea fan about him on Friday when the sort of news broke, if you like, that he was likely signing for us, and the guy said to me that he was identified as that they thought he would probably make the first team at some point, or certainly would be in and around the first team squad. And it was a little bit of a surprise. I think he was in a couple of Europa League group stage squads or early League Cup stage. He got close to becoming a Chelsea player than McEachran ever did. Now I know that's not a kind of barometer because people develop at different rates, but it would take us, wouldn't it, from a couple of weeks ago where I was worried about Rose being our only forward option to having Cabia, who we're all raving about a minute ago and not without justification. Some lad who's really highly rated. Don't take my word for it. Take the fact that Swindon and Notts County and a couple of League One clubs were in for him, and then Rose as well on top of that. So which would kind of set us up. I mean, just sign a bloody right back, please.
Well, so I mean, Mike, you've been watching the Instagram part of it quite closely, and people joining. Are we expecting any more? Is there any more family members join since now?
Oh, well, I'll be honest. I haven't been watching. Other people have. I've just heard it from a few people. But apparently today, his mum Hannah Sunset Bell actually followed town. So that's his agent, his brother, and his mother have all followed Grimsby on Insta, which would be
maybe they're just waiting to see our disappointment now that you're bigging it up, and then he signs for Notts County. Like,
look,
what losers?
I'll be honest. From a couple of people late in the week, I think Sam says, and I think Youngie's probably heard this as well. I think it's done, and he's waiting for international clearance. Is what I think.
There we go. I mean, so he was in the. So was he in the 2017 final? Are you saying, or in that squad?
He was in that squad. I haven't looked at it in that depth.
So is there anyone else in that squad you want? So you've got Morgan Gibbs-White, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Phil Foden, Mark Gay, Steve Sisson.
They'll do. Yeah,
any of those
give
on
him
the bench? Angel Gomez, Lewis Gibson, Emil Smith-Rowe. Any of those guys? We just getting the band back together.
Mark Gay is available apparently. He's into the last year of his contract at Crystal Palace.
Well, Newcastle are interested, so if we go in, he's definitely coming to us.
Maybe he's really thick and just goes to the wrong black and white shirt.
Is this you telling us, Mike, that we're getting Isak? Is that?
He wouldn't get in over Cabia at the moment, though. That's the problem. So it's
he's not fit, is he? Because he's gone on strike, so he won't be fit. Like Isak. So yeah, seriously, Cabia would play over Isak at the moment.
Aaron is saying Jude would have been 13 in 27. I don't think he was in the squad, so he's ruining all of our fun.
Artell did say in his interview yesterday, didn't he, that one player could have come in on Friday, he would mention, and he went elsewhere. That's there's no chance that was.
I think Artell was playing the game there. I think he knows full well Matt Dean knows what's going on, and he's just basically trying to kind of wind Matt Dean up. Basically,
that'll teach Dean that kind of.
Do you think they're having a good relationship at the moment? Because Mike is noticing a little bit of frostiness at times, and I will agree with that.
There is definitely. Now, I think I tweeted the other day. It's quite clear he's got a 10-minute rule on all of his interviews, because every interview he does is exactly 10 minutes or a couple of seconds, and he said, probably quite wisely, there's lots more I want to ask, but we're out of time. So he's obviously got a time limit on his interviews. Whether you think that's right or not, I don't know, because that's how we're hearing. The club stuff is good, but it's the club stuff. It's very sterile and clean. Local journalists is the only way we're hearing. And there is obviously some bit of awkwardness, whether that's right or wrong. So I just think basically David Artell is, for the near future, is not going to tell Matt Dean a single thing about transfers. So I don't listen to
or injuries for that matter.
Are you saying we've got an in? At least we can ask. Dear David, is there anything going on that we can talk about? Is time soon up, etc.? Is the bell about to ring? Any of these sort of puns doing any work for anybody here?
Maybe I could start, because I'm at the game next week. I could get a microphone, just pop it round the dugout and ask him a question in the middle of the game. Outside, this is Sam from DN35. What do you think about it? See how that goes down.
Aaron is saying, Jolly was right. Every manager has a problem with Matt Dean. I didn't know this was a thing. Matt, does everybody have a problem with you? What's...
He said it in the famous rant, didn't he?
Did he?
He said, yeah, in the recorded rant, one of the things we said that every manager has a problem with you. So yeah, I like Matt a lot. He's a proper journalist. He asks questions that we want to know. He is.
Do you know what I've got to say? Is one thing I did notice, and we've got to be careful of this, is I bought the Telegraph for £2.40 on Monday so I can read it. Sam Allen's 3-page spread, which most of it is photos, to be perfectly honest. I mean, there's probably 14 to 12 pages or 12 articles in the entire thing when I was looking through it, and it's really thin nowadays. There isn't much going into it, and it's a sad indictment of where we are with journalism. And I can only see it going one way, because no one is paying £2.40 on a regular basis for that as a paper, which is really sad, because you just got to look at the dodgy dealings going up with Freeports up in Teesside area, with local councils up there. Local journalism is massively important, and it's a shame. He's Ben says he's the new Burnsy.
But the local journalism faces the same problem as the Conservative Party, doesn't it? In the sense that you'll have generally older people will buy.
Sam's involved.
Will buy £2. My granddad used to buy the Grimsby Telegraph every daily or weekly, whatever it was, without fail. But nobody else in the family, he died a few years ago now, but nobody else has carried that on. In the same way, took a Conservative vote with him to face the same issue and sort of like dying out. Church of England the same.
Grimsby Telegraph, Church of England. Never seen them in the same room twice. There we go.
Conservative Party.
Yeah, well, they can fit in one room. Daniel Lewis says Matt does his job really well. I think the Tory interview has pissed a few off inside the club, and he said that himself. Look, Tory didn't need to do the interview. The agent didn't need to say yes to the interview. I would imagine Soon-Up Bell's probably been approached at times. It was a weird one to do, but plenty of water under the bridge. We've said worse. Maybe Matt just needs to get stumped or run out by Hartel, and all will be forgiven.
Isn't that just Matt Dean doing his job as a journalist, though?
Yes.
That's
anyway,
what I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there you go. And then Shrewsbury come. I don't believe there are many Hurst jobs still there. Toto's still there, though, isn't he?
Yeah, Toto's still there. I don't think they've got any other X's. Is George Lloyd still there?
Let's have a look. George Lloyd. Oh, I miss George Lloyd.
Yeah. I like
yes, George Lloyd is still there. Don't know any of those people. Yeah, Toto's still there. Sam Clucas, he was a Lincoln player.
Hull and Swansea.
Yeah, Lincoln.
Michael Appleton's there. So Michael Appleton, obviously, former Town player.
Yeah.
It is the Paul Hurst derby, though, isn't it? These are the two clubs that he's got the most association with, I'd say.
There we go.
I mean, Rotherham, he was up for 20 years, wasn't he?
As a manager, sorry, I should have stated yes. Thank you, Mike.
Just to clarify, I got the wrong age group for Jude Sunsup Bell, but the point still stands.
Okay, there we go.
Are we anticipating wholesale changes on Tuesday night? I've got a feeling we might make quite a few. I think at least 7 or 8.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because I would have thought that Walker has probably talked his way into the squad for Saturday, so he probably won't play on Tuesday. So maybe there's 1 or 2 that came on and have affected games that won't come in for somebody on Tuesday, but will on Saturday. So it'd be an interesting one. I think at this stage of the season, he'll probably want to play close to his best team as he can to get a bit of, get into it. It's not that Mickey Mouse Cup where he'll change everybody. So I think he'll play a fairly decent squad. Maybe Danny Rose, if he's close to coming back, might play a bit. Maybe Sam Lavelle change the centre backs. I reckon Staunton will play. Staunton will play.
Yeah, Staunton and Warren might get a game. Yeah. Tory needs games, really.
Yeah.
Because he could be the forgotten man if he's not careful.
Yeah, there we go. Well, there's quite a few out there. Yeah, Lavelle, Amaluza, Staunton, Gardner, all have got a chance of playing. Walker might get some thinking his legs. Be good to see. Be good to see. Yes, Mike. Who's just finished drinking, for everyone who could hear that in their ears.
Sorry, Matt. I thought I'd muted. So
that's all right.
We came up with our new favourite game of the season, didn't we? Which is listening to opposition stadium announcers start to say Justin Amaluza's name.
Oh, it was
getting halfway through it, panicking, and then just chucking a French accent on the last bit.
It was very good yesterday at Harrogate. Youngie, did you hear it? Amaluza.
I thought they do. They get halfway through, know the second bit, and go, "Oh shit!" I'll say it in French. Lizer.
Lizer. I just said there's only once. Hang on, we've got that. Where are we at? Oh no, I haven't got it. Did we get rid of it? We didn't get rid of it, did we? Oh, I hate this thing. There we go. Do it again. I'm a loser. There we go. Done. That's copyrighted. Brilliant. Worth it for 30 seconds. Not even that. Anything else before we get on to proper games? Shrewsbury Town, they're not in good shakes. So into the next round of the League Cup.
No, not the top 20 have predicted them for relegation. They think Shrewsbury are going to go down.
Oh dear. Well,
I'm
Well,
worried.
I think Crawley are
worried
going to go down. That's my early season prediction.
Well, Crawley could finish anyway from 1st to 24th.
I've heard that. That's a good. That's it's nice to kind of pull it down.
You've really put your neck on the line there, haven't you, with that prediction, mate?
No,
that
what
is-
I'm saying
you left
is-
yourself no wriggle room, haven't you?
When they went up, everybody thought they were going to be one of the favourites to go down. And what I'm saying is, you don't know what you're going to get with Crawley. I know they've started shite, but they could just pull something out. I know they've changed their ownership, so it's a bit different now, isn't it? But
they didn't cut a very happy figure last week in the director's box. There's just lots of.
Is that ink dry? Is that ink dry?
I saw somebody on the fish. I saw somebody on the fishy say that they were walking out the ground, and they were talking amongst themselves, going, "Oh yeah, we look really good today, didn't we?" And someone shouted like from the Crawley coach, "You're playing us. I won't get fucking worried about it." It turned out he was
Oh, so Daniel's desperate for us to talk about who we're going to change. Look, I would see, Pim in goal just so Sam can see him make a save, and he'll be happier. Don't roll your eyes at me, man. And then Lavelle will come in. I'd imagine Staunton, Tory. I'd expect Amaluza and Walker all to play.
I think he'll take McJanet out when he goes. I don't know if you guys saw at the game, but he took a really heavy hit in the first half towards the end of the game, and that I think that bothered him for the rest of the match.
And I'd kind of hope the same with Cabby, because Cabby's clearly he's got his wrist wrapped up, so and he was holding that quite painfully after about 15 minutes into the second half.
Does he need that?
I'd like to see Gardner given a go. Actually, I thought he did really well with the flick on for the winning goal. I think he needs. His progress got stunted a bit last year, didn't it, with his injury? So, when I remember seeing him in pre-season last year, and he looks a real player. So it'd be nice to see Brown as well. If Brown maybe gets a bit of a run out as well,
he was pretty good
in the first two games. Yeah,
I like that he's coming on, so he obviously trusts him and he's seen. But Gardner, I think it was him that produced that worldie from their keeper from the header. I think it was Gardner's header that their keeper touched around the post.
Daniel had no idea it was the League Cup. Neither did I, Daniel. I was just going on vibes, really, and I was hoping I was right.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, well done, brilliant. This is what the pod is. It's all about the vibes. Now, look, we got to move on because I've got to be up at 5:30 to go to Manchester after driving back down to Surrey from Grimsby. I don't know who arranges my diary. Me, apparently. Right. Youngie, as always, does all the hard yards and has got a quiz. I've just got to find his thing, though.
Hi, everybody. So I like the game that we did a couple of weeks ago, which was related to opening games of the season. We're going to do exactly the same thing, but this time it's related to the League Cup. So basically, I'm going to give you a selection of League Cup games, and I need you to name the Grimsby 11 for it. Again, it's last man standing on every round. I've got 5, and the best to come out of the 5 will be crowned League Cup champion 2025. Okay, so we will start with Alex, and the first game to start the 11, you get 1 go each until you get knocked out, is from Tuesday, the 20th of September, 2005. It is Grimsby 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Alex.
Michael Reddy.
Michael Reddy is correct. Mike.
John Paul Kamadimba Kalala.
Yeah, and the BBC website has got it listed as Kamadimba Kalala, so well done.
Or it
Sam.
should be Kalala.
Steve Mildenhall.
Stephen Mildenhall is correct.
Andy Parkinson.
Andy Parkinson is correct. He was just running around. He was just there.
Yeah,
Mr. Robert Jones.
Miss Big Rob Jones is correct. Sam.
Okay, Justin Whittle.
Justin Whittle is correct.
Gary Jones.
Hang on.
Gary Jones, yeah, is correct. Yeah,
I
Gary
thought
Jones
so, I
is
thought-
correct.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
no,
can't
you're
always
right.
get this wrong, mate. Don't worry.
Oh,
Yeah,
Is this anybody that played on the bench, or is it starting 11?
both. I will take both.
I'm going to say Gary Croft.
Gary Croft is correct. Started at left back.
oh, okay. I'm going for the bench as well. Paul Bolland.
Paul Boland, he started. Paul Boland played. So you've got 8 of the starting 11 so far. Very good going.
Peter Ball.
No.
No chance.
Yeah, one season
Too
too
early.
early. for Peter Ball. Yeah,
boo.
so Alex is out. Mike.
The man, the myth, the legend, John McDermott.
John McDermott, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
embarrassing.
absolutely
That's
correct.
embarrassing that we've taken the managed to name I managed to name Justin Whittle before him. So I've got to go now. Have I? Okay, Kieran Toner.
Kieran Toner. That's how you got to say it.
Toner, yeah, was on the bench. Yeah, absolutely correct.
And this is for Ruthie as well, who sat in front of me and says, "Thank you for playing the Tinkerbell Factory story." As I used to work opposite it, and it gives me PTSD. So Ruthie, for you, for the rest of it, we'll just keep that going. And Mike, you got to do your thing now.
Oh, I'm struggling now.
So just for your awareness, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 players remaining.
4 players remaining. Oh, it's not, but Junior Mendes.
Junior Mendes is not correct. Didn't sign until January.
Yeah, I thought
Junior
so.
Mendes. Sam to win this round.
He's got to name it to win.
Oh. Hold on, this is just before me. This is just before me.
Do not look at the screen.
I'm not looking at the screen. I've deliberately turned that off before we started it, so I couldn't do it. Gary Cohen.
Oh, best acting I've ever fucking seen.
No, what? Honestly, genuinely,
Best
I've not
act.
looked it.
Oh, I'm not looking at the screen. Let me put my
Well, I
hands on
can't
my
see it.
face.
I can't see it. I cannot see
Yeah.
it. I cannot see it. I can
Simon
take a
Burley.
screenshot.
A name we all know. A name is etched into the annals of Grimsby Town history.
Gary Cohen is correct. I believe Sam. I don't think
God,
he's.
you do.
I'm putting my faith in you. You
No,
could have also
honestly,
had.
I would not. It's not. Sorry, I would not cheat at this. This is not worth cheating at.
You could have.
Sorry,
You could have also had Martin Gritton,
Oh,
Terry
no.
Barwick. Yeah, Terry Barwick, Simon Ramsden, or Tom Newey. They were.
I thought Tom Newey. I thought Tom Newey. Tom Newey and Gritch, we should have had those really.
Do you know what it is? It's Gritton gave an interview about coming up at Christmas to sign, so I thought he must have signed, but it must have been the year before he signed at Christmas.
Yes.
Can we stop? Right. I won fair and square. Look, I didn't have the
Nah,
thing
it's
on.
null and void. It's like 2021 Ashes. No, it's null and void.
Well, it's only one. It's only one. So next round, then, we're going. So Sam, you say that was before your time. This might be way before your time because we're going to the 1st of October, 1997.
Well, that's before my fucking time.
It was Sheffield Wednesday 3, Grimsby Town 2. But Grimsby Town won 4-3 on aggregate to go through to the 3rd round of the League Cup. The Sheffield Wednesday team at that day had legends like Des Walker, Benito Carboni, and
Paolo Di Canio. Yeah.
But who played for Grimsby? Mike,
can I go first? No.
Donovan.
Mike started. Kevin Donovan is correct. Sam.
I'm looking at a picture.
Paul
I've got a head
Paul
trying to remember.
Groves.
Paul Groves
Groves,
is
yeah.
correct.
The manager of the town I now live in, Tommy Widrington.
Yeah.
Tommy Widrington, you say, is correct.
Andy Side?
Peter Antiside is correct.
Lee Nogan.
Lee Nogan, great shout, scored that day as well. Lee Nogan.
Livo.
Livo, yeah, came on the bench.
Aidan Davidson.
Aidan Davidson is correct.
I'm going to go with John McDermott.
Fuck.
John McDermott, absolutely correct. Yeah.
Standard answer for 20 years.
Anthony Gallimore.
Anthony Gallimore is correct. Nine of the first. You've done very well so far.
Okay, now.
I'll be honest, I'm in my sweet spot here.
I'm done to get this far. How many were on the bench?
Let's have a look. Well, actually, the record I've got is only showing one substitute. I couldn't get the full.
Simon, you're going in a timeout.
So I'm going Kingsley Black.
Kingsley Black is correct.
Yeah, it's because Simon just put it up. So
two remaining.
Have we had? Mark Lever.
So Sam's go.
Oh, sorry, Mark Lever.
I was trying to think of the other centre half actually. So, but I won't go for that on the grounds that it would be cheating. I think I'm going to go with Wayne Burnett.
No, didn't sign at that point. Wayne Burnett joined later in the season.
Later.
This
Mark Lever. Mark Lever is absolutely correct. So that is a void game. Well done, everybody, because you basically got through the full lot. The only person you missed was on the bench. No, he wasn't there. The only person you missed on the bench was Jack Lester.
Oh, did we get Neil Woods? Did we?
Neil Woods didn't play.
He's invented a game that says name the squad, and then what he's done is he's only found 12 of the 18.
I'd like to point out that I was in the beer garden at Rothwell when you messaged me about the quiz. That is very good at short notice. That's all I'm going to say.
And not to mention, the signal in Rothwell is fucking awful. So he's done really good work.
Not only, and it's not like he's done an obscure one. He's done 1997, which he knows we would probably hazard a guess at most of the players off the top.
I'm just disappointed I didn't win.
Yeah. He needs to go one of those first FA Trophy rounds in the conference. That'll be the real. Test to see.
There'll be an FA Trophy special later in the season. Absolutely, I'm guaranteeing.
Just name some teams we've played.
yeah, absolutely. So starting with Sam. So I'm going back again. And this one's going to be a little bit easier because it's the modern day. It's Sheffield Wednesday again, but this time they funked us up 5-1 at home on the 27th of August, 2024. But who was in the squad that day? Sam, to start.
This is last season. I'm
season.
gonna go with Danny Rose.
Danny Rose is correct.
I was at that game.
Alex is go next.
Oh, good.
Oh, right. Sorry. McJanet.
Cameron McJanet is correct.
Didn't he score?
Yes, he did.
McEachran.
Correct.
Greeny.
Who, sorry?
Greeny.
Kieran Green is correct.
Svan Thorson.
Van Thorson is correct.
Oh my god. Fuck, was I right back last year?
I saw him in the fan zone before the game, mate.
Well, Carson, because I've got Carson, because I can remember him thumping somebody into the stands of Carson.
Yeah, Carson played, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Charles Vernon.
Charles Vernon is correct.
Danny Rose.
I've already said that.
Danny Rose has already been said.
Out.
You're out.
Oh, can I not name another one?
No, last week I wasn't allowed to do that.
No.
I mean, the last game he went before his turn as well.
He must have been, because I think I saw a stat that he played in every game last season. Evan Corey.
Evan Corey is correct. Sam.
I've got such a good one. I'm a loser. Babe.
Harvey Rogers.
Harvey Rogers is correct. 9 so far. Mike.
Warren.
Spider on the roof.
Warren is correct.
So, if Scotty Carson played, and that means Denver Hume didn't. Okay.
Scotty Carson.
Oh, Scotty
He's the
Carson.
goalkeeper.
That's out. He's out.
No. I said I said it's not him anyway. I'm gonna go with Cam Gardner.
Cam Gardner was on the bench. Yes, Cam Gardner.
Denver Hume.
Denver Hume is correct. Yes.
He came on
Nice.
for it, Sam. He came on for it.
Yeah.
Did he?
Big
He
night,
came on-
Aaron. You're gonna get put in timeout as well. You're gonna
I have
to behave.
honestly. I am on the private chat now.
Yeah, so I just turned it off altogether. Like I literally can't see anything. Okay, I'm gonna say Luca Barrington.
Luke Barrington is correct. 13 down.
Are you allowed to give us the date that the game was?
It was August.
I told you the date at the beginning. It was the
no
27th of
more.
August.
Cass.
Lewis Cass is correct.
Ooh. Now this is the
I think-
risk. I'm gonna go with Jake Eastwood. I think
Jake Eastwood was the starting. He was the starting goalkeeper that day. Yes, absolutely.
Jordan Wright. He'd have been on the bench then.
And Jordan Wright was the subkeeper. Correct.
How many have we got left now?
So by my recognition, there is 1, 2, 3 names left.
I know one of them as well. It's such a good one.
See, I think he was injured at the start of the season, so I don't think it's him.
Come on, Sam.
Callum Ainley.
Callum Ainley is correct.
Bloody
So
hell.
actually, it's 4 left. Sorry, so now it's 3 left. Apologise.
Is that meant to be a clue, or are you just bored in the background?
No, it's that's our
It's a
thingy.
timer. Don't start playing that now. We've got ages.
Hurry up. Quick game's a fun game. I want to go home.
Just because you're shitting her out from last season. I am taking a punt. All I've got is that Pike must have been on the bench.
Pike was not on the bench, right? So Sam to win
Aaron, you're in timeout.
Wow, what's he doing? What's he
On
said?
that, I'm going to go with was Donovan Wilson on the bench.
Donovan Wilson was on the bench. Yes.
Oh,
I
big
picked the
night.
wrong injured shit striker.
Yeah,
I'm banning
basically.
so many of our people listening.
So the two that you could have had was
Must have been an
Harvey
academy.
Cribb,
Yeah, there you go.
Harvey Cribb.
You've got
And-
an academy lad on the squad, haven't you? And I was wondering which one it would have been.
Well, the other one was Henry Brown.
Oh,
There you go. He was on the bench.
So I very nearly went for Doug.
That was mine.
But I managed to correctly remember that he was injured at the start
Next
of last
one.
season.
Next one.
Next one. Good games.
I need to rescue.
Quick game's a good game. Yeah. Okay. So next one is 9th of October 2001. Liverpool 1, Grimsby Town 2. Alex to start.
Marlon Brooms.
Marlon
literally what I was
Brooms is
gonna-
correct.
Me,
Yes.
Phil Jevons.
Phil Jevons is correct.
Can I name Liverpool players as well?
No.
No.
Can't name the losers.
Okie dokie. I'm going to say Kingsley Black.
Is incorrect.
What?
You
Where-
are out. Listen.
I'm an idiot. I've got the wrong equal. I've got the wrong
It's me
famous
first.
equaliser.
The greatest player the world has ever seen. Alan, I will do bicycle kicks in our own area if I fucking want to, Poughton.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
John
Right.
McDermott.
John McDermott is incorrect. He was
No.
not in the team that day.
No, Danny
You're on the
Butterfield
bench.
played.
Alex,
So
Danny
that's
Butterfield.
embarrassing. That's embarrassing. We can't we go all the way with Sheffield Wednesday at home last season, but we can't name one of our most famous ever.
I can do it now if you want.
Hang on, I could probably do
right.
another 3 or 4,
Coin.
but
Coyne, Baharrell, Gallimore, Groves,
McDermott.
Campbell, Rowan, Caldicott, Allen came on, Michael Boulding came on. I think there was a random goalkeeper. I can't remember the German
Krause.
bloke. No, no, it was somebody
Who
else.
equalised? Who equalised?
Brooms.
Brooms,
Brooms.
yeah.
Yeah. On loan from
It's-
Blackburn.
It's not like we were struggling. I went with John McDermott. That's not an outrageous call.
Yeah.
Fucking love that.
No,
Take.
No.
that's a bit like Mike. If you were asked to name any England cricket team in the last 25 years, and you say Jimmy
Right.
Anderson.
Have
isn't
we
it?
got
It's-
another one,
it's
or
a
is that it?
Go on, one more.
One more, yeah. Grimsby Town. This was on Tuesday, the 24th of August, 1999. It's Grimsby Town 6, Carlisle United
I thought-
0 in the
Oh,
League
I thought you were
Cup.
going with Leicester City.
It's got to be me
Um,
first now,
so-
surely.
It is you first, Mike.
99, do you say?
I'm going to get out with it twice, but I'm just
99.
going to go John McDermott.
No, John McDermott played in this one, yeah.
Good. Fuck for that.
Well done, mate.
Yeah. So,
Nice to see John McDermott turned up for a game.
yeah, he turned up for that one.
I'm going to therefore. It's me next, isn't it?
Yeah.
Paul Groves.
Paul Groves is correct.
I was sad enough to go to this game, and Jack Lester got a hat trick.
Jet Leicester is correct. Absolutely.
'Cause we
You're
played
right.
Carlisle. We played Carlisle in the first round of the in the first round of the League Cup at least 50 times in the
Yeah.
90s and early 2000s.
Tony Gallimore.
Tony
Anthony
Gallimore
Gallimore.
is incorrect. He was not in the squad.
So,
So he's out of this one. Sam.
99. So this is the season after. No, this is 2 and a bit. This is a bit after, isn't it? So I'm going to go with. Was Peter Handyside still here by then? I'm going to go with Peter Handyside.
Peter Handyside is incorrect. Alex for the win.
Oh, I feel like a cabbie just going through. Livo.
Steve Livingston is correct. The team was Danny Coyne, John McDermott, Richard Smith, Kevin
Lee
Donovan,
Ashcroft.
David Smith, Paul Groves, Stacey Caldicott, Kingsley Black, Lee Ashcroft, Jack Lester, Steve Livingston. On the bench, Alan Poughton, Darryl Clare, Bradley Allen, Steve Crowson, and Mark Lever.
he
There you
sounded
go.
good last Saturday, did Ashcroft?
Yeah, what's the point of Oasis? Yeah, it was very good. So
So what
That's
was
it,
the final
that's-
score?
the final game was a tie between yourself and Sam, 2-2. So there you
Oh,
go.
Old Desmond.
Yeah,
There we go.
I lose on the grounds of suspicious circumstances on round 1.
Yeah, Alex wins on the away goals rule.
I
Like
love
any
that
good
you
league
put,
Oh,
goal.
you put suspicious circumstances in quote marks. Like there's nothing suspicious about it. Like you did it. Just
I didn't. I objectively didn't. If I was Pinocchio, my nose would remain as it is.
it's like Alex last time when he won and he's just he's reading across his screen.
How long do you think? It's not Van Gogh of Hesselink, mate.
I know Alex is desperate to go here, but briefly,
I'm all right.
can we go through the Grimsby myths, please? Can we
Yeah,
go through
oh,
that
yeah,
stuff?
because
Each
it was
one?
brilliant.
Yeah.
Because my dad used to always tell me that Scaffer Bass was an Olympic-sized swimming pool, but what they didn't do is they failed to take into account the depth of the tiles and the mortar, so it was like 2 centimeters too short. So even though it had a big bank of seating, it was never fucking used. But that was my first one. The other one was the ever popular one that Chapman Pond is bottomless, and then somehow it's bottomless and also has a horse and cart in it.
And I know it's not a myth, but one of the replies we got for the unwritten rules is adding an S to everybody's name, which is a uniquely Grimsby thing, I can guarantee you.
Actually, you're called Richard Youngs,
Yeah,
Yes.
he's like the fishing company.
Correct.
and you're
Young
Alex
is-
Greens. I know you're from Keelby though, aren't you, Alex? So you're is Keelby Grimsby or is it his own entity, Keelby?
No, it's
Technic-
called Gilby.
Technically, it's Lincolnshire. It is like we look over the parapet of northeast. So technically, whenever you look at those maps, it says I'm from the Midlands. I'm not from the north, and it hurts.
Everything about you makes me think you're not northern.
Given
Fuck
given
you,
sit-
motherfucker.
Given you sit there
Everything.
every day in the cricket group chat going, sorry.
Everything-
Dude,
Everything he's said, everything he's done, distinctly un-northern.
He's
Right,
in there last
so-
Monday going, yeah, sorry.
He has curry sauce, not peas on his chips.
He said last
No,
a couple of
I
weeks
had
ago on
mush.
the podcast
I had
as
mushy
well.
peas. I had mushy peas at thingy. I'm trying to find the actual thing.
I was trying to feel why you found them there.
Thank you. Right, so here are some of them. Have we got any jaunty music we can put to the back
Yes.
back of it? Oh, I know, Ruth. Just for you. Guess what we're gonna play? I can't find it.
Guess. You'll
Right.
never guess. Never guess what we play.
Millfield Hotel is the sort of place to snap up town players. We've moved on from that. We don't do that
I
anymore.
can't hear you, mate.
If anybody's got 500 quid so we can buy this machine so Mike can hear and we can have some snazzy jingles, do let me
Is
know.
it just
I don't
me
know if
that
he'll
can't
fix
hear him?
He went a bit muffled on that last one.
Yeah, he did.
sort
Yeah.
your muff out.
Okay, so Vans, if anyone's got one, have a look and say. So Van City Mariner says, Wellhome School bell tower was closed because of a tragic death and hasn't been opened up since and is terribly haunted. Terribly haunted.
I went to Wellhome School and that rumour was definitely, that was always.
So who
rumour.
died and when?
It's always going to be like a caretaker or something like that in it. The caretaker went up, something along them lines, yeah.
And he died, but no one saw him fall out, and there was no one up there at the same time, and there was one of those, yeah.
Well, I had one. You know those fields as you go past Laceby. So I lived in Laceby Acres, and you go towards
LA?
Laceby, and there's and there's all those farms and fields, isn't there? There was a little bit of a woods, and the story was there was a serial killer in there.
Oh, that's always the same, isn't it?
But the woods, I think the woods consisted of 4 trees. So
just every 10 seconds swapping tree.
she's looking behind there like, what? Sneaking across.
GTFC Simpsons reaction says the unwritten rule in Gullies was when California Struck was played, it was kicking out time, and I agree with that one wholeheartedly.
That's not an unwritten rule. That was the rule. That was always the closer of Gullies.
That was a fact.
Yeah, it's a fact. Yeah, in fact, I bumped into Chris, the former owner of Gullies, in at Harrogate yesterday. I said a quick chat to him. Yes, so yes, that was fact.
It was like
rule.
Come on, Eileen was the one at Park Lane. Sam, how?
Oh look, they're here for him. They're here for him. They finally arrived.
Got a window open. It's warm
Wayne,
here.
Wayne says that the Dock Tower is built on a foundation of cotton wool. I've heard that one.
That's surely not true, though.
Sam, they're myths. My favourite here is from Michael Jackson, not the same one. Said the lions of Willesby Woods inspired the terror dogs, i.e. Gozer and Gozerian, in Ghostbusters. I want that one to be true so much.
Oh, that I would love that to be true. That would be amazing.
BT building haunted by an engineer who jumped off the roof. Youngie, you worked there, didn't you?
I worked with David there. I can't. I did, landing on my feet, unbelievable, like a cat. I can't comment. I never heard that rumor, but Dave was there longer.
SB says, don't smoke on the site of the old Macaulay dump landfill site. You'll ignite the underground methane gases, which is now a housing estate. The best one around here at Aldershot is up the road from me here is where they used to paint the luminous dials for tanks and aircraft carriers, but they used to use enriched uranium for it. And they've buried it where the training ground of Aldershot used to be. And you can see it now. It's got a lead side thing around it and is completely desolate. That's where they used to.
Isn't that a scene from Only Fools and Horses? Didn't he paint his mum's grave with something like that?
Oh, it's like wasn't it like the Chinese restaurant or something like that? And he
painted it with a railway, and then he sunglasses in the then his sunglasses didn't.
Over the flight path to Heathrow.
Anyone got any? So any others?
Read Simon Burley's.
Where's Simon Burley's? You read it.
Just put the comment in. Cleese Emmets rumoured to have a killer owl, and nobody from the store would go through it. Killer owl.
Is it a person dressed as an owl or an owl like swooping down and
it's just
people's eyes out?
someone going in the
somebody on this podcast actually thinks they're an owl.
Who?
Who you?
Well done.
Let's have a look. What's that?
Is anyone going next week?
No, we're still doing this, Sam.
Andrew Niles, as a child, was told that oil tanks at Tetney Lock were actually treacle mines.
There we go.
Right,
Ian Ledgewood says, I went to Little Coates School as a kid, and we all believed that the 4 houses, which were Botscombe, Potts, Langley, and I can't remember the fourth, were all named after 4 headmasters who died in different rooms in the school and all still haunted the place. That was quite a good one. There was one about a seagull flying over Cleethorpes, Blundell Park during a Town game, and Town would score. Heard it many times in Polly. There was one, and when we beat Palace 5-2, there was a seagull that landed on the pitch, and every time he did, we did score.
Hey, that's he's better than the seagull from last season, the assist seagull.
Exactly. Any others on these that are worth reading out?
Steve says Mike's caravan is haunted. It's always moving.
And there's always these ghost noise coming from it. Ooh,
Dog shag.
nice one, mate.
Lights keep going off and on. Yeah, the muffled screams.
Doug Tharp mysteriously injured on Saturday.
There's more than 6 people in that four. Yeah.
Doug looks like he's seen a ghost.
No, it's just Mike. I thought that restraining order was coming to action.
Any others from anyone else? Has there any coming in the chat? I haven't been reading. Sorry.
My mum's telling me to tell you about a seagull. I think a seagull shat on my hand once.
That's not a myth. That's just.
Well, it happened.
Was it a ghost seagull?
It was a bit dodge. It was a bit suspicious.
What were the other ones that I had?
I didn't know Grimsby had not a reputation, but had so many like urban myths like this. So this is
my favourite is the Wybers chippy is the best chippy in Grimsby for 6 months because the friar is from Cyprus, and during the winter month he goes back to Cyprus, and the other guy who replaces him isn't as good. So for those 6 months in the winter, it's not as good.
There is, I think there is a truth to that. Wybers is my local chippy. There is a truth to that.
Well, we got to find out that you got to go down there and ask who the main friar is and where he's got his holiday home.
Oliver Johnson says Raquel Pike wasn't a real player. He was just a myth.
Hey, Grimsby Town related. Is it? I think it is. But is it actually true that we signed the wrong player when we signed Serge Makofo? Or is that a myth? I'm convinced
that's true. That is true, yeah.
Yeah, we went to sign the striker that signed about 25 goals that season, weren't we? And I'm not saying that John Fenty was a casual racist, but I do get the feeling it was,
Just to be clear, he is absolutely not saying that in any capacity.
He was a bellend, though.
That is a provable fact. We will prove that in court.
The other one was small railway lines leading to the Sand Fort, apparently. That's what I was told. And there was another one which is under Nuns Corner, there is a tunnel which used to connect like the convent to something, which is now Grimsby College. There was a tunnel under there.
I'm just trying to remember. There's loads, but I've got really bad memory for stuff like this. But I can remember
Cattails.
Loads of stuff.
I hear loads of them, don't listen to them because they're a load of rubbish, and I just kind of have very little time for it.
David Riley says VKH is actually a Michelin star takeaway. It's actually levitates above Michelin star, David.
Absolutely.
And by the way, Youngie, excellent shout on Vegas Grill. Square pizzas are the future. Cracking.
Yeah, thank you.
23.
They're better value for money, aren't they?
Can I just tell you, Bruce Fenwick, he says, see, it's gone tits up without my control. You're 3 hours, 42 minutes in so far.
Fucking hell. Right,
we'll get off. Bothering Duck in Yorkshire or something.
Yeah, he's bothering
Ducks. Work tomorrow.
Yeah, so, it's funny he is watching.
Yeah. Do you think Claire's like, look, get off that fucking podcast for a week. I'm sick to fucking death of you putting stuff in there. Just 1 week with the fucking family, will you? And he still managed to be able to like cram in an away game at Harrogate. And interviews with Ducks, which is coming out later. We've got a live podcast from it, so listen to me lose my shit after we score the third, and listen to at least 45 voice notes before the game even fucking begun.
There are some on Friday nights. There are some on Friday. That's never happened before. That hasn't.
And the Weatherspoons debate blows up again.
Again? Well, it's not a debate. People say Weatherspoons are wrong.
Well, whether you agree with that or not, concrete came out of a local taps while building the Humber Bridge, says View from the Pony. Is that where we got chocolate concrete from? I miss chocolate concrete. Couplands doesn't do it. Go on, you say this.
Delilicious down Sippings Avenue
I'm
does it.
sorry, I didn't do it. Mum, you're hearing this. It's only up the road. Go get some. And then leave it in the fridge till I come up in September, I guess. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it. Go listen to it and download it because that's where we get some money from it. And we will be having out the live podcast. I'll clip it together when I get back from Manchester tomorrow. And then we will do our best. Do we want to try and do a preview show about Shrewsbury? I don't think so. Who are we playing on Saturday?
Newport.
Oh, we'll get the lads on. That's fine. 1812 Exiles will come on. 1912 Exiles. That'd be the oldest football club in the world if it was that way. They'll come on. I'm sure they will. And we'll have a chat about what's coming up. And that's as edited, that's as expert as we get. We don't even know who we're playing on Saturday. And we didn't know Shrewsbury was the League Cup.
No, you're there on Saturday, aren't you, Mike?
I'm
Open wide for some soccer!
And now the shipping forecast.